So Bernie Sanders was doing an interview with Iowa Press, and they brought up the comments that Hillary Clinton made about him regarding the 2016 election. Let's take a look at what Bernie Sanders had to say.
Senator, just a couple minutes left. One other thing that happened earlier this week. One of the problems you have in this state, a lot of Clinton voters who are unhappy with what's the leftovers of that campaign. And she told Howard Stern that one of the things that hurt her in the November election was your endorsement didn't come soon enough. She said, he hurt me, there's no doubt about it, and I hope he doesn't do it again to whoever gets the nomination once it's enough. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I'm sorry that Hillary Clinton is rerunning 2016. And if I had it on you, I could take out a letter from Hillary Clinton saying, thank you, Bernie, for working so hard to try to make me the president of the United States. Let's be clear. During my efforts to get Hillary Clinton elected and to defeat Donald Trump, I ran to something like 14, 15, 16 states right here in Iowa. Okay, I worked as hard as humanly possible. We did dozens and dozens of rallies around this country. Now, what I tried to do after she won the primary is to sit down with her staff, and we did, to create a Democratic platform that was as progressive as it could be. And that ended up happening. So, I don't want to rerun 2016. Right now, our goal is to defeat Donald Trump. I think I'm the strongest candidate to do that. If it turns out that I am not the Democratic nominee, I will strongly support anybody else.
All right, so some people think that Bernie Sanders shouldn't have responded. Some people do. Look, man, I don't think it matters either way. However, if he were to respond, as he just did, I think he should have gone stronger, man. This is Bernie Sanders' problem. He's too polite, okay? He's too diplomatic and he's too kind. And, I mean, in this world of all places, politics, come on, man. They shanked you, Bernie. They put a knife in your back. What are you saving face for? You know what I'm saying? I know not everyone's going to agree with that, but I think that, let me put it to you this way. At what point is it too much? When is enough enough? If you say that, okay, Bernie Sanders has to be polite, he has to be diplomatic, he shouldn't go too hard on whoever's attacking him. Okay, until what point? When is the breaking point? I mean, they literally cheated him out of the nomination last time. They're playing as dirty as possible. And now she's coming back after 3 years to poison the well and ruin the atmosphere ahead of an election, ahead of a primary. What is that? At what point is enough enough? Okay, please tell me that. Do you think Bernie Sanders should just always stay diplomatic? He should never, ever, say anything controversial? I'm curious. I think it's a debate worth having. But going back to what he said, he did campaign very hard for her. Okay, I don't know who these delusional hellbots are, but she even wrote him a letter. I'm going to put it up on a screen. Take a look. Dear Bernie, thank you so much for campaigning on my behalf in Ohio, New Hampshire, Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan, Maine, Pennsylvania, and Colorado. What a tour. I remain so deeply grateful for your commitment to the future we want to build together. And this is true, okay? Bernie Sanders did 39 rallies across 13 states for Hillary Clinton, all right? He was doing 3 rallies a week between September and election day. And to the people who say that, oh, that's still not enough, he should have dropped out earlier. What are you talking about? She cheated. He shouldn't even have done these rallies for her. He should have never even supported her. She cheated her way into the nomination. She disqualified herself. I mean, ethically, morally speaking. So what is this notion that Bernie Sanders should have dropped out? She should have dropped out. How dare you? It's like these hillbots and these goddamn corporate centrists, they've flipped the world, on its head. They've flipped all logic and reason upside down. No, Bernie Sanders should drop out. Not the warmonger who cheated her way into the nomination. She should stay. What? I'm not going to argue about this. I can't help people who are delusional. If you are still going to tell me that Hillary didn't cheat in 2016 when we have clear-cut evidence and proof from WikiLeaks, from the DNC itself, then I can't help you. You're delusional. You want to lie to yourself. You don't want to face the truth, and I can't help someone like that. So, given the fact that we know she cheated, it is completely absurd to suggest anything regarding Bernie Sanders dropping out or having not done enough. He listen to me, man. The fact that he endorsed her is too much in itself. Never mind going and doing rallies and campaigning on her behalf. I mean, that is just respect to Bernie, you know, for swallowing his pride and still going. Because I couldn't do that. Like what he did, that's amazing, honestly. Okay, that takes some guts, but it's still too much. It's still too good for her. It's too good for Hillary. It's too good for the DNC. What he did, he should have never done that, man. Now, regarding his response now, what Bernie Sanders just said now, that Hillary Clinton is rerunning 2016, I mean, that's putting it mildly. Bernie Sanders, brother Sanders, Bernard Sanders, Daddy Sanders, what are you doing, man? She's not rerunning 2016. She's trying to ruin 2020. I mean, let me put this into context. Okay, we're 3 months ahead away of the primary. We're in 2019. This is 3 years after the last election. What is the benefit of Hillary Clinton coming out of the woodwork and making these public comments right now? What is the benefit of that? Would you not agree that these are loaded comments? It's not just one case. It's not just Bernie Sanders. She did this about Tulsi Gabbard as well. She did this about Jill Stein. And now she's gone after Bernie Sanders. So she's been attacking 3 different people now. 2 of them contenders for the Democratic primary, and she's doing it 3 months before the Democratic primary. This is a calculated move, if not reckless at best. Okay? So what is the benefit of this logically? She's trying to ruin 2020. She's trying to poison the well against Bernie Sanders, against Tulsi Gabbard, against anyone who's to the left of the party, anyone who's a progressive. Okay? So my point is that given her malice, given her malicious actions playing out in front of us, I think Bernie Sanders is being too kind. Okay? He should be going a lot harder. He should be like, hold up a second. She cheated her way into the nomination. She's lucky I even endorsed her. Never mind doing 39 campaign events for her and rallies. Okay? That is a bombshell response to a bullshit accusation. And he could still go further. And he could still go further. She has no business coming back and talking about the Democratic primary or anything to do with politics after she lost to that orange clown. Okay? She lost to an orange clown. She lost to Donald Trump. Hillary Clinton lost to Donald Trump. How dare she give any advice to anyone about running against Donald Trump? She's the last person on earth you should ask about how to run against Donald Trump. You know why? Because she don't know how to do it. That's why. These states that are mentioned in the letter that she wrote to Bernie, she didn't even bother campaigning in some of them. Okay, so no wonder she had to thank Bernie because he's the one who had the bright idea of actually going there for her. Yo, man, I'm so sick of this warmonger Hillary Clinton, and, you know, it would be such a sweet victory if Bernie Sanders wins. I mean, if he gets the nomination, he will win. We know that. So if he gets the nomination and he actually beats Trump, man, can you imagine the look on her face? We're going to be like, bitch, we told you. We told you so. All right. So I just can't wait till she goes away. She's out of pocket. All right. She's really out of pocket. This is what she's doing is really bad because it's not just that, okay, she's the last person to run as the Democratic nominee. She's the one who actually ran against Trump, who's now in office. Man, she's a very senior figure in the Democratic establishment. So her words carry a lot of weight, whether we like it or not. This is a fact. And I mean, not to mention she's the former first lady. So yes, she has a big record. What she says matters in the public sphere, in the political climate. So she's attacking Bernie, man. She's going for him, and she's going against Tulsi, and we can't have that. We can't have that because she is not even of the same political affiliation. It's not like we're debating about progressive policies and what is the best approach to implement them. No. She's a neoliberal. She's a corporatist. She's not of the same wing in the party. And she's a saboteur. What she did in the last election is unforgivable. I'm sorry. And for her to come out now and have the balls to sit down on Howard Stern and talk smack about Bernie after he worked his ass off to help her after she shanked him is unbelievable.